Hey guys. Okay, so haven't made a video where I showed my face in a long time, so this is, I guess, a treat for you guys. But yeah, I'm actually here not to talk about metal or anything. As you know, I love Halloween and all this, the month of October and all that. And I especially love Not Scary Farm. And I'm doing my 2013 Not Scary Farm predictions. I did the same thing last year, but so I'm gonna do my predictions for this year's haunt. Now, I went to the annual pass holder preview yesterday, and they released basically everything that's gonna be here, or at Not Scary Farm this year. So I'm just gonna kind of give my 2 cents on like what I think is gonna happen and how I think these things will be played out and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's start with the returning mazes. One returning maze is End Games. I actually really like this maze, and I'm really happy that it's coming back. Great maze. I love how last year they moved it into a different location, into a warehouse backstage, because the year prior to that it was kind of small and crammed, and when they moved it, it just kind of got expanded. So I'm glad it's coming back, and I can't wait to see something new. Like every year, they add new things to a maze just to kind of keep it fresh, and so I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with this maze. The next returning maze is Delirium. Now, Delirium has always been one of my favorites. I actually love Daniel Miller. He is the creator or the designer for that maze, and many others. And his design style is just one of my favorites. It's very twisted, and based off of a lot of it's based off of like nightmares and like insane people. So that I actually like his style. So Delirium is an instant favorite of mine. So I'm really glad this one's returning. The next one that's returning is Trick or Treat. It was there last year. Happy that this one is returning as well. I went through it and it was really small, but the warehouse itself is pretty small. But I'm excited to see what they're gonna do to it this year. I'm excited to see like what new things they're gonna bring to the table for this maze. The next returning maze is Slaughterhouse. This one last year got a whole, it just got entirely redone, so I can understand why it's coming back. And they said that yesterday that this maze is actually one of the longest running mazes in haunt history. So that's really awesome for the Slaughterhouse. I give the Slaughterhouse props. It was the first year it came out. Which was, I think it was 2008, I think is when it came out. It was good, and then it kind of started to die down, but last year it just got this whole, basically just an entire refurbishment, and it was great. I loved it, so I'm really glad it's returning. Another maze, I think that's all that's returning. Wait. So we got Delirium is returning, End Games, Trick or Treat, Slaughterhouse. Pinocchio Unstrung is also returning. That's in the Wilderness Dance Hall. I like this maze, but I prefer the Doll Factory. But this maze is still actually very good. Another maze by Daniel Miller. Great designer. I love Daniel Miller. He's a great designer. So happy to see this one's coming back. I believe that's all. Okay, so now we go to the new mazes. The new mazes, there are 5 new ones, plus one that's kind of returning, but in a new way. So we got one of the new ones is Forevermore, based off of this maze. Basically, it's about going through the world of Edgar Allan Poe through a serial killer who kills his victims in the way of Edgar Allan Poe poems. So basically, let's say he would if he was basing a murder off the pit and the pendulum, the killer would tie down his victim and have this big ol' like scythe thing like coming down like that until it slices him open. So basically he kills people in the ways of how people die in Edgar Allan Poe poems. So I thought that was a pretty cool concept for this maze. Really excited to see what it's about. So yeah, that's Forevermore. The next one is Mirror Mirror. Okay, Mirror Mirror is basically it's a mirror maze, obviously, but it's a maze that this year for Not Scary Farm is brand new because it's a concept they've never done before. They're basically, when you go in, you're basically on your own. And you have to find your way out. There's no one to help you, no one to guide you. It's a maze you can actually get lost in, so you're going to have to find your way out by yourself. So I thought that was a really cool concept. It's something that definitely scares people. Just kind of like the fear of like never getting out and, you know, just being on your own. It's kind of scary to people, so I thought that was a really cool concept for this maze, and I think this maze is going to do really well. The next maze is Black Magic, another one from Daniel Miller. Well, it's a new one from Daniel Miller. Going where it's going to be in Carnival, I believe. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be in where Uncle Bobo's was, in that warehouse by Accelerator. So this one's basically, it's supposed to be based off of Harry Houdini, I believe, and excuse me. And basically, Harry Houdini was always into like these seances and stuff like that. So basically, this is like his magic show or a seance gone wrong, and he's out for vengeance or something like that. And it's just like these demonic magic tricks, basically messed up magic show. So yeah, that's basically Black Magic, and I'm really excited for it. Sounds cool. Yeah, that's Black Magic. The next one is The Gunslinger's Grave. This one is going where Fallout Shelter was, so it's obviously not returning. Thank God. I mean, Fallout Shelter was pretty good, but I think it was time for it to leave. So The Gunslinger's Grave is basically the mayor of this town hired a gang to go kill the gunslinger's family and the gunslinger, but the gunslinger got away, so now he's basically back for revenge on the gang that basically killed his family and tried to kill him as well. So basically you're walking in the footsteps of this gunslinger out for revenge. And I guess they said the cool thing about this maze is that when you're inside, you'll actually be inside a building, but when you're supposed to walk, it's supposed to be looking like you're walking outside, you're actually going to be outside. So I think that's really cool, how the floor kind of changes, and like you can actually see the sky above you, you know, and then when you're inside, you can actually see a roof above you, so it's not all covered like it usually is. So I thought that was a really cool concept. And a new one, I guess kind of a new one, but kind of returning one, is Dominion of the Damned. Well, last year it was Dominion of the Dead. I think this one's going to be the same as Dominion of the Dead, only with like a few more added twists to it. So to me, I think it's just going to be the same thing, only with a few maybe extra rooms, maybe a storyline twist, kind of. So I wouldn't really call it new, but I wouldn't call it like returning either, because it's something new, but not really. And lastly, one that's returning that I didn't get to do last year, and it sucks, because this year it's all brand new, nothing's repeated, it's all brand new original concepts. It's Trapped, the New Experiment. And so this one's going in the Boardwalk Ballroom. That place, I've been inside there. It's kind of big. It's not, I mean, it's kind of big, but not really. But last year Trapped sold out every night, and I'm so pissed that I didn't get to do it, because from what I heard, it was really scary and really good, and so if it's anything like last year, this one's going to sell out every night, and it's going to be just as scary as it was last year. So, yeah, that's basically Trapped, the new experiment. That's all that's really said about Trapped, because they don't want to give anything away, what's going to be inside or anything, because they all want you to find out for yourself. So that's about it for returning mazes and new mazes. Shows, I don't really see shows, so I can't really tell you my predictions. The only show I really watch is The Hanging. The Hanging, it's probably going to be funny like it is every year. But yeah, that's really about it. There's a new scare zone over in Fiesta Village where Jaguar is. It's called Village of the Damned, or Village of the Dead, I think. Yeah, Village of the Dead, not the Damned. Village of the Dead. And basically, probably going to be Day of the Dead themed, because it's in like a Fiesta Village. So yeah, that's about it for Mazes, Scare Zones, shows. There's a new show called Possessed. I don't know where that's going to be held. That's about, I mean, that's all I remember for shows. I don't really, again, like, I don't really watch the shows. But I'm actually excited because this year, first of all, I graduated high school, so that's really good. I'm proud of myself for actually accomplishing that. I never thought I would because I'm so lazy, but I actually did graduate high school. And so, and I turn 18 next Saturday on July 20th. So I'm really excited because now this is my year to finally work Not Scary Farm. So I am going out for Ghost Town Streets. If I don't get Ghost Town Streets, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be put in a maze, hopefully. And if I do get put in a maze, I really hope that it's Forevermore or Black Magic. I hope it's Forevermore though, because I'm a big fan of Edgar Allan Poe, and I would really love to work in that maze. I'd feel very comfortable in that maze. So yeah, that's about it for my Not Scary Farm 2013 predictions. Hopefully I get Ghost Town Streets. I'm really excited for that, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If I left anything out, you can just kind of, I don't know, tell me what I left out. I mean, I know I left out the shows, but like I said, I don't watch them. Excuse me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are as pumped as I am for Not Scary Farm 2013. So yeah, thanks again, and I will see you guys later.